Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm back with a second LEGO Minifigures Series 25 opening. I wasn't really planning on doing one, but I did buy a second box of 6 minifigures and I started to open one of the packets and it was a new figure, so I figured that I think that I have the other 6 figures that I'm missing in the series, so I thought it would be fun to open them on camera because I really do love this series and I'm excited to open, hopefully, the rest of the ones I'm missing. Before we get into it, though, I do want to remind everyone that I am an employee of the LEGO Group. However, all opinions expressed in these videos are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the LEGO Group, and LEGO is a registered trademark of the LEGO Group of companies, which does not sponsor, authorize, or endorse this site. Sorry if I sound a little bit weird. I have been sick for a few weeks, which is why I haven't really been doing many videos, but I'm excited to get back to it, and I am feeling a lot better. So, the figure that I started opening is the Harpy, which I think is one of the best in the series. So let's go ahead and take a look at her, but first, I'm just going to show you guys the checklist, because I do that in all of my opening videos. So I already have the 4 figures in this row, and I have the Triceratops guy, and I think the dog groomer. So we're missing the Barbarian, the Train Kid, the Harpy, the fitness instructor, the forest sprite, and the goat herd. I love getting mythological characters in CMF series, and harpies are winged bird-like monsters from, I think, Greek mythology, because I remember them being in the Percy Jackson books, and of course Percy Jackson just finished its first season on Disney+, so they might be entering the cultural eye in the next few years. So I think it's pretty cool that LEGO made one. I love the printing on it, great torso printing, love the return of this piece that LEGO's used for satyrs in the past, which is another Greek mythological creature, but I think they originated with the Gremlin figures for LEGO Dimensions. So they might have originated with the satyr, but they just aren't used very often, but it's always nice to see them. I like the skin color. I love the purple. Like, the face print is suitably creepy, and printed arms. Like, this figure is just very well finished. Some back printing and wings as well, and then you've got like these big Wolverine style claws. So I do think that this is one of the best figures in the series, and definitely one of the most unique. This is the figure that really made me pay attention to the series when it was released, and kind of clued me in on the fact that it's like one of the best ones in recent years. Moving on to our second figure. Oh, it's the goat herd. This figure is incredible for one reason, and that is the goat piece. Speaking of the figure himself, though, I do like his little kind of like sleeping, calm face. He has a walking stick, pretty simplistic printing, but he's still detailed. He has dual molded legs and even a printed arm, which surprised me. And he does come with this great bag to carry goat cheese, so that's an extra piece, and then he has a piece of goat cheese that he's holding. That is awesome, because like you don't really need an accessory like this when you have the first Lego goat in over 10 years. I think it's been like 13 years since the goat that came in the Medieval Market Village set, because I think that was 2011. And this is just incredible. Finally getting a Lego goat, like I never thought we would see today. It's been so long. Everyone's been begging for one for years. I'm so glad the designers listened to us. The old one was spotted. This one is like a solid white color, but other than that, it's very similar. There was a great article on, it was either New Elementary or Brickset, comparing like the goat molds that was really interesting. But yeah, it's so great. And we're already getting more goats because there is a black version or a dark gray, some dark color goat coming in the Medieval Market set that just released. So I can't wait to see more goats. I hope that they just start being thrown into like every set. On to our third pack. This one is, oh, it's the Barbarian, I think. I've always liked the warrior slash soldier figures in LEGO CMFs ever since I was young, because honestly, I got a lot of those. Like, I remember getting the Viking woman from Series 7 and stuff like that. So this one is really cool. I don't know what culture this is supposed to be from, but I kind of feel like she would fit in my Viking village, because there's like some fur and armor stuff going on. But great torso printing. The leg printing is really nice. The legs are dual molded as well. The yellow color could match the actual color of the plastic a little bit better, but I do like the arm printing on both sides. The face print I think is excellent with like some war paint applied. This is not a new sword mold. I think that this is the same one from Dreams, but just recolored. So that's a great mold, though, my first exposure to it, because I haven't actually built any of my dream sets. And this is a new hair mold, and I love new hair molds, so I'm really happy about that. The red color is very striking, and she does have a great alternate face. 3 more packets to go, so let's open our 4th one. And here is the Forest Sprite. This figure is also really well done. Pretty simplistic printing, but she does have dual molded legs. I think that that skirt piece is new and white. A really cute face print, some back printing. But I like her butterfly accessory that is an exclusive print, and I love seeing new prints for these. We've gotten a lot of new prints for them, like in the last year or two, and every single one of them is beautiful. And her hat, like this toadstool mushroom cap hat, it's excellent. Like this piece is dual molded. It's really, really well designed. It's like heavier than I would have expected it to be, I guess, because there is just so much plastic in it. But that just feels like a really deluxe piece and definitely worthy of like a CMF series. So I'm really happy with that. On to box number 5. And in this one, we have the fitness instructor. Actually, I think I'm wrong. I think that this is just a bodybuilder, but I keep calling her the fitness instructor, but I think that that was one from a few series ago. This one it's cool. These figures are usually my least favorite in a series, like the fitness characters, because I feel like they don't really bring in new parts, and that's definitely the case here. She has no new molds, but she does have a nice Vita Rush like printed drink. I do like the torso and leg printing with like the sports like activewear branding that's consistent in Lego City, but her skin color on the torso is just darker than the rest of the plastic, so it doesn't match very well. That kind of surprised me. I do really like her face print though. Her hairpiece is cool. I don't know if it's a new color. If it is, I'm very happy about that. And even if it isn't, it still looks good. I like that her accessory is a kettlebell. This didn't need a new mold because it was well built just using 2 parts. And I really like her arm printing with that tattoo. Like, that is a beautiful tattoo. So that's really awesome. She does have some back printing and an alternate face as well. On to the 6th and final box. So this should be the Train Kid. And is it? Yes, indeed it is. Before I even put this figure together, I just want to show you guys how insane this dual molded train part is. These 2 wheels can't move, but there are clips for the other wheels, and this is just a very, very intricately made part. It's like fascinating to see. This figure is honestly hilarious just because of like the size of the costume. He does have medium-sized legs, so this won't fit a character with short legs. But yeah, this costume is just so elaborate. Like, this kid must really, really be into trains. I love that new color for that hat. And he does have a nice face print with an eye patch on it, so that's pretty cool. Love the printed dish on the front too, and you actually get an extra one of them, so that's really great. And yeah, I mean, this figure is just pretty cool. I know that some people don't like the costume characters. I've always enjoyed them. I think they were a little bit overkill when we got that one series that was like all costumed characters, but I love seeing ridiculous minifigures like this with brand new parts pop up in every series. So here are the 6 figures that I got in this opening, and then I'll go ahead and bring in the figures that I got in my last opening. Like I said, I really love this series, and I think you guys can now see why I love the 6-pack minifigure boxes as well, because I did buy like multiple 6-pack boxes, but I only bought 2, and I lucked out because that's the thing about the 6-pack boxes. You're guaranteed 6 unique figures. So if you buy multiple boxes, like, I could have ended up with 6 of these exact same figures, but I lucked out and I didn't. And I'm willing to take that risk because, especially now that the figures are in boxes instead of bags, it's impossible to feel for the one that you want. You can scan the QR codes now, starting with this series. Like, there is a way to know which figure is in the box from that, but that only works on a specific type of box. Like, I went to the Lego store and they had boxes with small QR codes that weren't scannable. You need the boxes with the larger QR codes that are scannable. So it's just kind of a headache. I still think that with CMFs now in boxes, your best bet are doing these 6-pack things, because if you open one and it's going to be like a duplicate round, like, you'll be able to tell from the first box of your second set of 6, like, if you're going to have duplicates or not. Just give it to like a family member or a friend or something, like, you just have to be able to go in on these with like family or friends. But I mean, hopefully that's not too hard, because if this was going to be a duplicate box, I would have just sent it to my cousin and he could have had the figures. But yeah, I am really happy with this series overall. I think that my favorites are um I forget the official name for this guy, but he's like a Fright Knight, right? Or I think he's called like a Vampire Lord, like on Lego.com. But my favorites are definitely him, the Triceratops costume guy, and the Harpy, I think would be my top three. And then my next ones would be the dog groomer for the new molds, the goat herd for the goat, and then probably the mushroom sprite, because I really like her hat. But this series is really great. Like my two least favorites would be the or not fitness instructor, sorry, the bodybuilder and the sprinter. But even the sprinter came with a new prosthetic leg mold and a new hair mold, and the bodybuilder does have like that really cool printed arm. So I feel like this series was really, really great for the most part. The only one that I wish was more interesting was the bodybuilder, but having one kind of so-so figure in a series of 12, I think is pretty great because when we were with 16 minifigures, the non-licensed series were getting a little bit stale. Like I remember with like series 17, series 18, it just felt like the designers were running out of ideas, and I don't feel that way anymore. We've seen some of these same types of figures before, right? Like we've seen athletic champions, we've seen gamers, we've seen fitness characters, we've seen like elves and warriors and like animal costumes and vehicle costumes. But I think that all of these are executed really well, and you do have some truly unique new figures in here. So let me know what you guys think about Minifigures Series 25 in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.